What's going on, all you cats and kittens? My name is Livid, and today we got surprised with a new trailer from Marvel about their latest movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Hopefully, it's nothing like Legend of Chun-Li because, woo, Salud. Oh, my lord. That movie was, it was a special. That was a special movie. But, a little bit of backstory with me. I grew up reading both Marvel and DC comics, so I'm not just a fanboy. But I did grow up reading both DC and Marvel. Some of my favorite books in DC were Blue Devil, Blue Beetle, Justice League Europe, and on the Marvel side, which was easier to get Marvel books where I grew up because it was a really small town. So our local grocery store had them like in the small little part of the aisle. So it was just easier to get Marvel books. They just carried that more. But I really grew up reading a lot of Captain America. That was pretty much my book. Captain America and Avengers West Coast, Avengers, some of the Defenders and stuff like that, Ghost Rider. Just a lot of different variations of books. Whatever came in, I tried to get my hands on as best as possible. But if I remember correctly, Shang-Chi, I actually saw him for the first time in a Captain America book. And what happened was Captain America teamed up with the Falcon and Diamondback, and I think they were infiltrating an AIM facility. And within that AIM facility, there was like 100 or so different supervillains. Everybody was like a longtime enemy of Captain America. And if I remember correctly, Shang-Chi was there, and he helped both Falcon, Diamondback, and Cap thwart back the villain attack. It was kind of like this big battle royale kind of thing. I did look up who was going to be in this movie on IMDb, just to kind of get an idea, rough idea of who the supervillains are going to be and stuff like that. And it showed Razor Fist on IMDb, so I'm going to be keeping an eye out for him. And it's weird because Razor Fist was in that book that I was just talking about, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious if they're going to do something with his outfit, because if I remember, Razor Fist had this like wrestler uniform. It was that spandex shorts that kind of went to those little straps, and I think he had a mask. If I remember correctly, that was it. And his forearms were replaced with kind of like pirate swords or swords. It was definitely not hands. It was like swords. But I'm curious if they're going to do something with his overall costume. But if they don't, then whew, God bless him. But yeah, for right now, let's take a look at the trailer and see how this is going to go. So somebody's been training. Looks like somebody's been punching the pole. Yeah, okay. Looks like a little bit of knuckle conditioning.
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
10 years to live your life, okay.
And where did that get you?
So... Ooh, okay.
In my shadow.
Dang!
I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time.
Wakanda?
That's not going to happen.
Woo! Okay. Go on, go ahead.
Can't outrun.
Looks like a Kumite. Razor Fist. Dang, Shang-Chi, go ahead.
Who are you?
Nice title.
Bugger.
Hold on, everybody!
Got a little bit of speed going on.
We make a good team!
Yeah, I don't think you do. me put this on mute and go back through it. So it looks like here he's been doing martial arts training, deadening the knuckles, knuckle conditioning. Just helps you deaden your knuckles a little bit so you can give a hit and take a hit and give a hit pretty much, better. He was saying, I think it was around right here where he said, I gave you 10 years. And it looks like a little bit later where he's been training his entire life or like as a kid. So I'm wondering if he says, I gave you 10 years, whether that's his instructor or his dad or whoever it may be. It almost feels like he's been training for something all of his life. He was given 10 years off to go live his life, and here it looks like he became a DJ and partying it up. So it looks like they're going to call him back to fulfill some kind of destiny, is what it's starting to feel like. Excuse me. And yeah, he's partying it up. So, and here's him training as a kid, it looks like. So definitely doing some knuckle conditioning and getting his speed up. Woo, okay. There it is. There it is. Man, I'm liking their use of colors here. Even when it's muted, it's really colorful and it just kind of a little bit different. This is more kind of aqua is what it looks like than blue. So it's maybe a dream sequence or something going on. But the one thing I'm noticing right here is, man, am I glad. I am so glad. It looks like they're using actors that either trained in martial arts in real life or put in a lot of effort to learn how to make their body move like a martial artist, because it's not looking at all like Iron Fist, which if you saw Iron Fist on Netflix, I know I was in the camp whenever Danny came in. It was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not buying that you beat a dragon. I'm not buying that you're some kind of world-class martial artist. You're very bratty. You're very whiny. Very whiny. At least in my books it was the way that I was looking at the show. But yeah, the fight sequences, there was a ton of jump cuts, so you really never saw anything. I think there was another fighter in there using Drunken Monkey, if I remember correctly. He actually looked like he could fight and beat the heck out of Iron Fist, in real life. But, it's a TV show, so of course he's not going to win. But yeah, there was just, Iron Fist was not good. It was something else. But in this one, it looks like they actually brought people in that could either fight or show that they can fight first, then looked at their acting instead of the other way around, because this feels like an actual traditional kung fu movie. It's feeling like a martial arts movie. Later on, there was some snippets where I kind of felt like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Let me see if I can't just find it and put that in. Yeah, right here. It feels like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Or Jet Li's The Hero, which, if you haven't seen that movie, that's a really good movie. You should check that one out too. I won't give any spoilers away, but it's a good movie. Love the story. Definitely something you should probably go and watch. But here, I noticed whenever... Let me see. That's something good to talk about real quick since I'm right there. I don't know who that character is. I'm going to have to look up to see who that is. It's probably his instructor, and it's probably the guy saying, originally, I gave you 10 years. But don't know who this character is. I'm definitely going to have to look up to see who this might be. Maybe he turns into a Fing Fang Foom. You never know. But it's definitely somebody powerful. Maybe like a taskmaster or something like that. But very curious. And also, since I'm here, is it just me, or do the characters that aren't in the United States but across seas, I've been noticing, like in Black Panther and Wakanda, they use a lot of purple in some of the shots, in some of the backgrounds. I'm seeing the same thing here, because if we go here, there's purple there, purple. I think there was a part in a city where right here, purple. So I see a lot of background color being used. Like in the Wakanda movies, it's usually purple. In this one, it's purple. And over on some of the other movies, it's usually a different background tint or color. I'm just noticing that a little bit. So I don't know. It could be just me hyperware, but I'm definitely noticing there's different color palettes going on with some stuff. But let's take a little bit further. Yeah, here's the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or Jet Li's hero. Oh, that's something. This feels like American Samurai, the Kumite. It feels like The Quest, Bloodsport, and American Samurai, but it feels more like American Samurai. And in American Samurai, they were different martial artists, like a samurai, ninja, just different types of fighting forms, but they used live blades. So there was one guy dressed up like a pirate. There was another guy dressed up like Conan the Barbarian, where he had the sword and all, but they fought to the death, and it was in a cage, kind of like this as well. Could also be like Best of the Best Part 2 or Part 3, where they were fighting like in a cage scenario also, but this feels more American Samurai. Now, just a heads up, if you try to go back and watch that movie, there's some great fighting in it, and there's some okay fighting in it. But overall, it's an older movie, so trust me when I say it is dated. It is one of those movies where even I tried to watch it again, and I loved it as a kid. When I tried to rewatch it, I was like, "Oh Lord!" Like this one's going to test me a little bit with some of the acting and just everything in it. But it is a DaCosta movie, so if you're a fan of his work, that's one of his earlier movies. I think it's right before Brotherhood of the Wolf. Yeah, it's definitely before Brotherhood of the Wolf. Now, that's a really good movie that you should check out too, especially with martial arts. But the one thing that I'm feeling about this movie is it feels like a martial arts kung fu style movie. And I think I'm ready for that. I'm definitely ready for just a different change of pace. And really excited to see where they're going to go with this one. But I think that was about it on the trailer, because that's Razor Fist, which again, really glad they didn't go with his traditional costume of the trailer or in the movie. Here's the 10 rings. And one thing that I hope, and I heard that they're going to, is they're not going to do the Mandarin dirty like they did in Iron Man, where he was just an actor. The Mandarin is like an A-list villain. He's up there. I mean, he's not as, I'm not going to say he's as big a threat as Thanos, but he is definitely up there. He's not somebody you're going to be trifling with. So I really think they did him dirty in the Iron Man movie. I hope they redeem his character, because he's always been somebody that when he comes in, people are like, oh, we're going to have a day. You know, he's somebody he's a big deal. So I'm hoping they do him justice in this movie. But so far, it looks great. I mean, I'm excited about it, and I'm really kind of looking forward to it. So let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll talk to you again soon. So y'all have a good one. Y'all take care, guys. Bye.